Mom called selfish for jumping the bus queue by walking to the previous stop. So TLDR, oh, this bus stop looks crowded. Oh, I'm just going to go walk a few blocks to the stop before this one then. Apparently that's a crime now. I've done similar things before myself where like two situations I can think of. Last time I was at a convention, the convention was on floors 1 and 2. My hotel room was on the 3rd floor. And they had the stairs blocked off for maintenance, so I couldn't just walk down. But there was like 20 fucking floors in that hotel. And every fucking morning, by the time the elevator that's going down made it to the 3rd floor, it was already completely full. So I waited like 15 fucking minutes. Every single goddamn elevator that came down was full. So I got on the up elevator knowing full well it's going to make it down to the 1st floor eventually. And that's what I did every other night from every other morning at that convention. I just got on the up elevator and then rode it up and then back down. Because if I would have waited until it's down, I never would have been able to get on, right? And the other time is like there was some big road work going on back when I used to work at the airport, and they diverted like 3 lanes of traffic into like 1 fucking lane. And even worse is part of the detour, you had to turn left at a stop sign. The reason that's a problem is the street. So not only do we got like 3 lanes of traffic waiting to turn left at that 1 stop sign, the street we were turning on was always super fucking busy. So even if you were like right there at the stop sign, it sometimes took like 5 minutes before you were able to turn because the traffic was that bad there. So if you're stupid, you were waiting like 45 minutes just to turn left on 1 intersection. It was that bad. So I started turning right and doing a U-turn. I got out of there in like 30 seconds as opposed to 45 minutes. But I was smart, though. I didn't do the U-turn until I was out of sight of everyone still waiting in the line. Although I'm sure some of them started noticing me. So all of this shit, like, I don't get what the problem is. If you were too fucking stupid to find a way around the problem, don't be mad at the people who find a way around it. The fault is with you. They were smarter than you. They got around the problem while you just sat there with your thumb up your ass just waiting for it to get better on its own. So fuck you. Quit bitching. So she has been accused of being a queue jumper, but she doesn't think she's done anything wrong because she hasn't. It's just a bunch of fucking idiots that are mad that, you outsmarted them. That's all this is. Using public transit when you have chillins and a buggy can be a stroller, for those of you in the U.S., can be a bit difficult, especially if the bus is busy. There's no guarantee there's space for you, and traveling with your child or baby can feel daunting at the best of times. The one woman claims she was screamed and sworn at after she decided to go to a previous bus stop to make sure there's room for her and her child, but she doesn't think she's done anything wrong, and she hasn't. Any of those other idiots could have gone to the previous stop too. After picking up her child from the minder, the babysitter, she arrived at the bus stop and realized there were already 2 moms with buggies waiting there. She told Mums Nets, am I being unreasonable for him? She explained, knowing that the driver wouldn't let 3 of us on, I walked around the corner to the previous stop and got on there. When the bus arrived at the original stop, sure enough, only 1 mom was allowed on, and the other told to wait for 30 minutes for the next one. The mom then claims she was screamed at and called a cunt and a queue jumper, and 1 mom even tried to shove her off the bus. Oh, shit. Start suing, man. That's assault. The mom even claims the police turned up after being called by the driver, but she doesn't think she did anything wrong. Yeah, she didn't. No, seriously, what the fuck did she do wrong? Did she illegally get on the bus or something? No. She did what those lazy cunts couldn't do and just walked a little bit to the next stop and got on there. Either of them could have done the same fucking thing. The situation has caused a real stir in the comments, with one mom branding her really selfish and another calling her sneaky. Yeah, I mean, the idiots are gonna, idiot's gonna idiot, right? They're gonna support their own. Another forum user said, no, was your pushchair foldable? You acted knowing that you would be taking the place of someone who has been there waiting longer than you. So they had the option to walk to that other stop too. Fuck them. Don't feel sorry for stupid people just because you outsmarted them. Now, technically, you didn't break any of the rules, but you were selfish and sneaky in your actions. And if your pushchair is foldable, then you could have folded it, put it in a bag, in the bag bit, and held your child. However, others think the mom did what she had to do to make sure she was able to get on the bus. One person comments, in my opinion, you just did the clever thing. Tough luck to the other one. Yeah. So maybe now they're going to be smart about it. Yeah, because I'd be willing to bet money that the woman that was bitching about this in this story, next time she's at that bus stop and it's crowded, I bet she's going to go to the previous one too. And she's going to have no problems doing it herself. She's just fucking mad that someone beat her to the game, basically. And a second added, you were smarter than them. I'd have done the same. Yeah, I have. I gave you 2 examples of me doing something similar. Yeah, if you're smarter than them, you shouldn't feel bad about it. Don't let them guilt you into thinking you did something wrong. They had all the opportunities to do the same thing. If they didn't do it, it's on them. It's not queue jumping to get on at an earlier stop. There's nothing that obligates you to board the bus at any particular stop. This exactly. Yeah, so I didn't know it was cutting the line to walk the extra distance to another bus stop, but apparently by idiot standards, it is. Yeah, they're just mad they didn't think of it first. Yeah. Yeah, it's actually, like my whole thing I was talking about, like turning right and doing a U-turn instead of waiting to turn left. As the construction dragged on, I noticed a lot more people started doing that. So eventually, even those fucking idiots caught on. Like, so instead of being mad at the people who did that, they started doing it too.